Hello, everyone. Again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Now, leasing agents can be good people. Sometimes leasing agents could be the biggest scam artists out there in the country. And that's one thing that happened to a group of tenants who were scammed, who were told if they pay a portion of their rent in cash. I mean, they felt for the okie doke, might I add. But if they pay a portion in cash, then they can pay 75%. They'll receive a receipt, and everything was copacetic. Not only was it copacetic, they are now receiving eviction notices. All right, so before we get into the video, let's talk about the sponsor of this video. Protect your online privacy with private internet access. In today's digital age, online privacy has become a growing concern for internet users. With the increasing number of cyber threats, government surveillance, and data breaches, it's essential to protect your online privacy. Private Internet Access, PIA, is a VPN, which is a virtual private network service that provides a secure and private internet connection. So go ahead and get your VPN. All right, so some people probably remember when I did a video about this young lady. All right, and if you don't remember me doing a video about this young lady, she's based out of Macon, Georgia, and she was hit with 230 charges after she mishandled tenant rent payments, deputies say. Now, I did this video back in July, and what she did was a Georgia woman was slapped with 230 charges after deputies said she mishandled money order payments from her tenants' rent payments in Macon. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office say Crystal Denise Brown, 36, was arrested Tuesday on 104 counts of theft by conversion, 104 counts of forgery in third degree, and 12 counts of computer forgery. And by that math, that's a 230 counts. Deputies said the charges stem from an investigation that conducted from October 2020 to June 2022. Brown was accused of mishandling rent payments when she worked at the McAfee Towers on Gray Highway. Now, why did I read that? Because this has happened to more tenants, right? This has happened to more tenants. That's why I read that. Now, what happened to these tenants is not great at all. They were scammed by a person that they shouldn't have been scammed by. And that person told them, okay, if you pay, one moment.
Claire, my grandmother's got to go to the bathroom. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just need a minute.
I'm about to come in.
Don't come in. Don't come in,
One
please.
moment.
Eviction notices sent to more than a dozen tenants at a Tyler apartment complex. But those renters say they didn't do anything wrong. In fact, they blame an employee for this whole mess. Our Raleigh Jayswal has been working this story since this weekend. She joins us now with what she's learning.
Renters say the issues began earlier this month when their leasing agent sent them a special offer. Half off their rent if they paid through the agent.
I went into the leasing office to talk to her more because I know that in this time of day there's a lot of scams going on. And I was like, hey, is this legit? Like, And she was like, yes, girl, trust me, I'm your leasing agent.
Excited and relieved to be getting a discount, several residents took advantage of the offer.
She ensured me that I would get a receipt and that I can go into my portable and see that she had paid the amount.
I just checked my portal, I had a balance, and when I went back, it was zero. She sent me a picture of the receipt and everything, it was paid off.
But things took a turn. 2 weeks later, residents say they were hit with a double rent payment and a notice that they never paid.
I was trying to pay the balance. Later on, they told me that my portable was locked and that I couldn't pay my rent.
And by Friday, I had the eviction notice to be out in 3 days, and there was nothing we could do to go in and pay it. They wouldn't let us.
By law, the tenant doesn't have to leave. It's just something to let that tenant know that the property manager or the property owner is going to follow through with an eviction process.
Complicating matters, the eviction notice shown to me by residents states the tenants facing eviction violated their lease by committing fraud or theft. But the residents say they're actually the victims here. They have filed a police report against the leasing agent, who has reportedly been fired.
I know I wasn't going to get my money back. So I went to the police station. I pressed charges.
Tyler PD says this investigation is still ongoing. According to Constable, the eviction has to be filed through the Justice of Peace office.
And we will go and serve what you call a citation, letting the tenants know that the eviction process has started. We're serving them, and then there will be a court date. It has to take place after 10 days.
We have reached out to the corporate office and leasing office at the Earl Campbell residencies, and they are not commenting at this time. Residents who got the eviction notice say they will be going to court to fight this. For now, reporting in Tyler, I'm Nirali Jaiswal with CBS 19.
There's some cruel people out here. And the point that I'm saying is, just to give a little more context to this, eviction notices sent out to more than a dozen tenants at the residence at Earl Campbell in Tyler, Texas. But those renters said they didn't do anything wrong. In fact, they blame an apartment complex employee. Tenants said Monday the leasing office at the apartment complex issued a 3-day eviction notice on Friday to 75% of the residents. 75% of the residents. And this happened because of the circumstances of somebody using their position with the company to do this scam. Renter said the issues began earlier this month when the leasing agent sent them a special offer, half off their rent if they paid through the agent. Excited and relieved to be getting a discount, several residents took advantage of the offer. She assured me that I would get a receipt and that I would get into my portal and see that she had paid the amount, one tenant said. So my thing is, why was she only fired? The reason why I played that first case is because she should be, for every count of forgery she did, every count of computer fraud she did, she should be hit with a charge. But things took a turn 2 weeks later when residents say they were hit with a double rent payment and a notice that they never paid. I was trying to pay the balance. Later on, they told me that my portal was locked and I couldn't pay my rent. Smith County Precinct 1 Constable Ralph Corway said it's an unusual situation. By law, the tenant doesn't have to leave. It's just something to let the tenant know that the property manager or the property owner is going to follow through with an eviction process. Corway say, complicating matters, the eviction notice states that the tenants facing eviction violated their lease by committing fraud or theft. But the residents said they're actually the victims here. They filed a police report against the leasing agent who has reportedly been fired. Just because you've been fired, it doesn't take away from the acts that you have done. The acts you have done is a travesty to the people. Tyler PD said the investigation is still ongoing. Carway said eviction has to be filed through the Justice of Peace office. Then we'll go and serve what you call a citation. Let the tenants know that the eviction process has started with serving them. and then there will be a court date, and the court date has to take place after 10 days, Corey said. So this has to go down to what the judge say. And I'm quite sure that the judge is going to hear both sides, but they do have the text message or the email blast that went out. So that may work in their favor. But this leasing agent should be fired. She took money that wasn't hers, and she is jeopardizing evicting 75% of that of the tenants. So we're gonna stay on top of this, even though I know this happened 2 months ago. It just, you can't keep up all the news. So when I saw it, I was like, let me do a video on it. So this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as we'll be coming to you with more videos in the future. And once again, we will see you next